Hello, we I'm back with a new guest today, and we are going to majorly dive into marketing and digital marketing today. Today's guest is one of my old friend and a competitor in some of my fests that I used to go during my BCA times, and he also has his own digital academy where he teaches all kind of marketing and digital marketing stuff. So, without any wait, let me bring him up. This is Nitish. I had met him during my BCA times when I used to go to multiple different fairs because, again, a curious enthusiast guy trying to get to know multiple things. But this is Nitish. He is a co-founder in one of the digital academy called Upskill, and he is also starting content on his channel Build with Nitish for digital marketing and marketeers. So I'll just let Nitish introduce himself because I am very bad at introducing. So all you, Nitish.
Hi everybody, I'm Nitish and I am the co-founder of Upskill Digital Academy. By profession, I am a marketer. I am a digital marketer and I'm trying to imbibe the marketing sense into all my students. Okay, whatever it has been a long journey. I started my marketing career in the year of 20, I think 2017 is when I built a first website during my college days, 2017, 2018. And since then, the curiosity has never stopped, and I think so. I relate with here my buddy here because marketing is something that you can build if you have curiosity. The way our field is growing right now, you have AI, you have a lot of things going on right now. So it is the sometimes it is a game of the early bird catches the worm, like
Agreed,
that
agreed.
is how it is. So if you want to be that early bird, you have to be curious. Like for example, what did Google do this week? What is Meta coming up with that?
Yeah.
Nobody can force you to look into that subject, right? If
Mm-hmm.
you're curious about AI, if you're curious, okay, how are they creating images? What is generative AI? What is this new agent, AI agent that they're talking about? So I think curiosity is a very big prerequisite for marketers. Okay. And I think a lot of people into who are into the marketing field have entered the marketing field just because they were curious. If you see, the marketing field is filled up with different people. It's not just people who are from the management background. Very surprisingly, it's a mix. My own co-founder is a mechanical engineer. Okay. And we are BCA graduates,
Yeah.
right? You can
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
MBA people, you can see the best marketers, right? So I think at the end, it is just curiosity that drives you.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding, right? For
Yeah.
example, if you see an ad, why did this ad click? Why is this trend going on? So at the end, at the very base level, it's always curiosity. And I think
Yeah.
so that is how I define myself, that is how I built my career. I've
Mm-hmm.
just been curious about things and I've always wanted to try things.
Yeah.
No matter I fail at it or but I just want to try things, and that gives me that peace of mind, and that is why I love marketing.
A very good introduction, I could say. I mean, same here, a big curious guy trying to learn multiple new things and understand multiple new things. That's what brought me, like sharing my thoughts and everything. So let's get into it. When we were in BCA, we met majorly in the fests and everything. And I knew Nitish because he used to be in most of the communication rounds and best managers rounds. Anyone from BCA, BSc can does know what these rounds are, and I have seen him there most of the time. And we were like competitors there, that I was opposite him. We were from different colleges, so we were always in the rival kind of things. But once it was done, I saw you, Nitish, majorly moving towards marketing and communications, where you would teach people, or even as you said, you have started your academy. So how did that come into place? How did you meet your founders? What does this academy actually mean? Because I'm most curious about it, because someone from a BCA graduate technically goes into some technical field or a company, or goes for a master's or something. That's the traditional route, so as a so-called traditional route. But nowadays people are trying different things, and it was a shocker for me when you started that digital academy or started content creation in this space. So let's tell me, how was it? How did you start? How can anyone start in this space?
Okay. Actually, I did follow the traditional path because after my graduation,
Hmm.
I went into an MNC. I worked as a developer. I worked as a PLSQL developer. But
No.
my digital marketing journey was running on the back end. Okay. I always wanted to pursue it full fledged. But the lack of guidance, the lack of opportunities, okay, the lack of clarity of the field made me choose the traditional path.
Hmm.
And the reason why I'm telling you this is a very big reason why I started the academy is because if at that point of time I had got good guidance, I had got good mentorship that this is the roadmap that you need to follow if you are going to digital marketing,
Hmm.
I would have not gone into the traditional. I would have saved my 2 years and I would have completely gone full fledged into digital marketing, maybe building an agency or maybe even working in one of the top companies as a digital marketer.
Yeah.
This is something that I would do. Okay, but just because the lack of clarity and the lack of awareness and the lack of, seeing like what is this going to be in the future? What is it going to be in the
Yeah.
5 years? Or how do I approach a company? Now, for example, I knew a lot of things. I knew a lot of things like social media marketing. I used to develop websites. I used to run ads. But somewhere in my head, I knew that this is very surface level. I knew that this is very surface level.
Yeah.
So at that point, if I got somebody who would tell me that, okay, this is what you have right now, this is what you need to learn, this is what you need to work on, and that's how you can get this XYZ amount, or this is how you can build this career, that career, my life would be sorted. My 2 to 3 years working in MNC would be really saved.
Yeah.
Okay. But
Hmm.
yeah, once I built my career here into digital marketing, I got some 5 to 6 years of experience. I happened to meet my co-founder. We have not been like classmates or we're not college mates.
Yeah.
Okay, we were just people from the same profession. He was basically a content writer in the starting. That is how I met him,
Hmm.
and we shared the same pain point. That means he also like went through the same thing when he was entering the field of digital marketing, the lack of clarity, the lack of proper
Yeah.
knowledge, proper a roadmap that okay, this is how you need to get placed, this is how you need to build your career in digital marketing. And we had a lot of discussions for a long time that what do we need to work on together. And there was a coincidence where we worked together, and that is where we bonded.
Cool.
And that time we understood that we both share the
Similar.
same feeling that we do not want anybody else to go through what we have gone through.
So true.
So now, if you ask any of our students here, we don't teach them in the traditional way. Like, for example, the USP of my academy is that we teach them directly through projects.
Hmm. Cool.
I ask them to choose a business and I have all the 30 plus modules, whatever you call it. Okay. If they're learning social media marketing, they're building a social media marketing strategy for that brand. So by the end of the course, now you're not nervous. Now you are not, you have complete clarity that what exactly you need to do with brands,
Hmm.
right? You have that complete confidence that, okay, I can approach a client at least, I can take a freelance project at least. Okay, so that is how we wanted to be thought. That is how we wanted to be learned. So we think that, okay, this is a student. If I was that student, how would I want to be thought?
Hmm.
That is why in Belgaum or in North Karnataka at least, when AI came into it, we were the first people to put it in our curriculum because we were working with our clients and we give our students the projects that we work with our clients. So they are not, they're not coming here and writing notes and all. Okay. They are
Yeah.
literally working on real time projects. That's how it goes.
Cool, cool. I mean, the projects part really fascinates me, like getting on ground. I mean, not on ground, but actual live projects, like getting to know how it works, why it works. I
Let me
mean,
tell you,
yeah,
bro, if you want to learn anything right now, be it digital marketing, be it analytics, be it AI, just do it.
yeah,
Take the project and you learn through. Because what if you, like I'll tell you, okay, you take a course, you do everything, and after that you're blank. Okay, now what do I do with this knowledge?
happens a lot, happens a lot.
So
Yeah,
instead of that, like for example, I've seen your video editing like process. You were not a video editor, but now you have improved. As your
yeah,
videos
yeah.
have gone, you have improved the quality, you have improved a lot of things. And I
True,
know
true, true.
that has happened along the way,
Yeah,
right? So if you want to, blur the background, you'll go and search like, how do
how
I
to
blur
do
the
it?
background?
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
once you learn through that, because you have solved a problem for yourself. So in your
Hmm.
mind, you have registered that learning already.
Yeah,
So whether you're a fresher, whether you're this thing, just start with a project.
so true, so true.
You can create an Instagram page of yours. Okay, you can try running ads.
Hmm.
Just start with some project. Don't go with
Yeah,
the traditional learning that go write down notes or do these things and all. Get
yeah,
into it.
yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That I am really fascinated. I Can you give more examples on project, because as a BCA guy, or even say technical guy, I'm not much into the marketing field or going this. Even I've heard digital marketing is really booming right now and everything. So with respect to that, what projects do you really give? Because I know some people who are into this and they are like, we do SEO, we do this, we do that, and more. Sometimes I really feel that these are just jargons that they are throwing on to the clients.
Okay.
So if you can just explain what projects, when you say projects, what do you really mean and what do they really do? We can
Okay.
go that
Yeah.
way.
I'll tell you exactly. Okay. Now considering you're my student.
Mm,
Okay. Well, considering I'm like mentoring you. Okay. Here
sure,
there's no student, we mentor you. Like even
sure.
after the course now, we have started this academy from 5 years. We're
Hmm.
still mentoring students.
Cool.
They have gotten their jobs and we're still mentoring. So that is another USP of us. But I don't want to tell about that. So think you're my student, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So tell you, give me an industry, give me a brand, or give me a kind of a company that you know a lot about. Like I'm not saying business wise, but like for example, you enjoy food a lot.
Mm,
You know what people like about food, or you might be knowing about clothing, or
mm.
you might be knowing about real estate. So I tell, okay, now this is going to be your brand. You're
Okay,
going to build a
okay.
business on this. Whether you want to go for a job or whether you want to build a business, this
Mm-hmm.
is going to be your business. Okay. The
Yeah.
first thing, the first few classes, we don't jump into tools. We tell
Cool.
help people how to understand a business. Now,
Mm-hmm.
why is that? We tell you. Marketing is one of the few fields where you cannot just have one A to Z process.
Mm-hmm.
For example, you only tell me, okay, let's discuss.
Yep.
If you are buying a t-shirt, what will you see? You
Color,
will see the
fabric.
color, you will see the quality, you will see the price maximum.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you're buying this flat,
Mm-hmm.
will you see the color? Will you see the quality here? You will see
I mean,
amenities, you will
yeah.
see the location, you will see the rent,
Area. Yeah.
all these things. No, so as a customer, when we buy things differently, why are people marketing to us the same way?
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
So that is the first thing that we teach the students is how to understand the business.
Mm.
What is the target audience of a t-shirt brand? How to understand a target audience of an academy? How do you understand the target audience of a real estate brand?
Fair.
Once they get that, now during these lessons, we try to instill that marketing sense in their mind because see, tools are something that is just going to help you execute your tasks.
Yeah.
If you do not have the marketing sense, they are of no use. You'll just do the same thing again and again. There's no creativity, there's no,
Mm-hmm.
enhancement in your work.
Fair.
Then we teach them customer journey. Like, for example, now you don't know anything about digital marketing, correct?
Yep. Zero
So now
knowledge.
I'll teach you how to build a funnel from you being somebody who does not know anything about digital marketing
Mm-hmm.
to coming and inquire in my academy.
Okay.
From you not knowing anything about how to purchase a mobile till you come and make the purchase.
Okay.
Once they are clear with this, then we give them the projects.
Oh,
Like, for
cool.
example, uh, For example, let's take for example Facebook ads only.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Facebook ads is a platform where we generate leads for businesses.
Okay.
Okay, so
Got
now
it.
they have chosen a real estate brand. Now we tell them, now you decide the goal, you decide the budget, you decide the budget, and you will understand now that whether this ad was successful or a failure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why is this important? Is because if they learned this through the traditional way, they would have just learned it in theoretical.
Yeah.
When they would go to an actual client, they would be shit scared of pressing that publish button.
True. So true.
But since now we have already made them publish their first ad in the course itself
Mm-hmm.
without them spending any money, now they are way confident to work with a client. They are way confident to work at a job.
Mm-hmm.
So what
Got it.
happens here is, like for example, you talked about SEO. So there are so many jargons: SEO, SEM, Facebook ads. Now,
Mm-hmm.
not every company will require SEO at that point of time. Not
Yeah.
every company will require SEM.
Yeah.
So now the project is like a whole. Like for example, now you are a creator.
Mm-hmm.
I give them you. I tell this person is a creator. Now he wants to build his audience.
Yeah.
What will you advise him? They will advise you. And then they will work with you on those things.
Okay.
Like for example, if you want to just build your awareness,
Uh-huh.
if you just want to build your awareness, they will tell you regarding that.
Okay.
Right?
Interesting.
Am I making
Interesting.
sense
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit?
yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. What I could sum up is, so your basic project roadmap is first get the understanding of the target customer, then build the mindset that you are a marketer who is going to present into multiple people, then make the funnel so that from seeing the ads or seeing the
From
actual
knowing nothing
content
about the business, from knowing
to
nothing about the business to becoming a customer.
something, yeah, coming to that particular thing that you are trying to sell, and then experimenting with all the tools like like you said, SEO, meta ads, first getting to know the customer, knowing what they want, and then trying to discuss and come up with the solution. Am I right?
Correct.
Am I going somewhere wrong?
No, no,
What?
no. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Cool,
That is
cool,
what we do currently.
cool. So
And because
this
that is
is
how we have learned. That is how we have learned.
okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like you said, when you are saying that pressing the publish button is really hard, similar for the content, pressing the go live button or
Exactly.
publish button is so hard because the judgment that comes before that, that what will people say, what that has to go for some time, I feel. So,
Yeah. And
yeah,
it's way more riskier when you're at a job because
yeah,
you're going to press that publish button. And if that fails, then you are accountable for that.
true, true. The
Understand?
real,
No?
real
So
time,
we give them
yes.
that. So after the second month of the course, of second month of the like mentorship, they have all the experiences that we had.
Mm-hmm.
So we try to sum up our 7 to 8 years of experience into that 2 months of course of theirs. We tell them this is what you should do. This is, and mostly, I even observe my partner. He
Mm-hmm.
keeps on telling them the mistakes that we have done.
Yeah,
कि हमारा ये client था और हमने ऐसा किया था. You should not do this.
fair.
We
That's
see this
yeah.
kind of marketing here, and usually people do this mistake. You should not do. So
Mhm.
now they have a very clear roadmap or what they should do, what they should not do. And at the end of the course, now it is at them. They want to choose social media marketing, it's up to them. They want to choose SEO, it's up to them. Everything is that way, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think so. There is one of your student. I think so. I'm not sure. Rakshita Patil. She asks, "Hello, sir. I want to ask you what is the main thing in content creation for B2B marketing? How you get leads and how you promote the company? So if you can just
Yeah,
let's just
I
break
think
that down.
she's asking you as a content creator, I think so.
No, it's I think so for both of us because the market. I'm more of a creator kind of a guy that I can give you the content that I can
Okay,
tell you
okay. No
this.
problem.
But let's break it down. She's
Yeah,
majorly
yeah.
asking that if there is a B2B product and you want to
Hmm.
market the content of it or their services, how would you go in the marketing? One of the best companies right now I could think of is the Odoo. If you have seen, their marketing is. I'm really uh, too happy with the marketing they do because they are going very wild with most of the influencer marketing that they're doing. They go to people, they tell them that this is the product. And so how would you go, like, because Odoo is more of a B2B kind of a what can I say, a company or a tool where you sell it to their major profits are from business, they're not from the end consumers. So how would let's say I am a content creator, I can make the content for you, but as a marketer, how would you promote it, send it, I mean, get eyeballs onto it so that people get them? So let's do that exercise.
Yeah. So first of all, whatever you do, always build a content strategy.
Yeah,
Now, for
agree.
example, a B2C and a B2B, what is the difference? Here, when you're selling a B2C, like for example, a t-shirt,
Yeah,
everybody knows about a t-shirt, right?
yeah,
Everybody knows that what kind of t-shirt they need to purchase. Everybody knows what, and it's it directly to the customer. But here you're talking to businesses,
hmm,
right? You're selling a business product to a business like a software or something that way
yeah,
kind of thing, right?
yeah, yeah.
So in this kind of marketing, it is very important to have a very good structure.
Hmm.
So I call the structures as content pillars.
Yeah,
Now, when it comes to B2C, you can experiment a lot.
true, true,
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
You can experiment a lot. But when it comes to B2B, you're talking to founders, you're talking to directors, you're talking to the MDs. So
Hmm.
your message has to reach very clear. Like they are going to, if they come on your profile, you are not going to be there to pitch to them that, hey, this is my brand.
Yep.
So I always tell, and I told Rakshita a lot of times that when somebody comes to your Instagram should talk to them.
Hmm.
Like for example, if you are a software company, software is usually that way. Okay, if you're a software company, you're selling it to different businesses. Here, it is very important that when some business or some director comes to your page, or they see some kind of content, they get a clear message within those 2 to 3 seconds.
Yeah,
Okay, for example, I'll give you a thing about like our academy only.
yeah, yeah,
If you
sure.
go on our page, okay, we can talk about a lot of things. We can talk about tips of social media. We can talk about the topics that we discuss. We can talk about our curriculum. But
Hmm.
if you see from the past 4 to 5 years, we're just talking about four things: placements, workshops, AI, and you know these like these 3 to 4 things.
Yep.
So now you know you won't believe right now, buddy, that whenever somebody hears the word upskill, they always relating to these four things.
So you're trying to inculcate that pillars into the end
Yeah,
user, that
into their
this
mind.
is what it
Okay.
stands for.
If you
Cool,
see
cool.
our DMs also, no, right now, if you see our DMs also right now, it is always about, so what about placements? So
Hmm.
when is the next workshop?
Got it.
So now whenever people approach upskill, it's always about these four things. Okay. So
Yep.
similar, imagine this for a B2B business. As a B2B business, you want to get your message very clear,
Yeah.
right? As a B2B business, you want to get your message very clear.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
at this time, you create some content pillars that you feel your target audience wants to know about.
Hmm.
Maybe your pricing strategy,
Yeah.
maybe your USP, maybe your service,
Yeah.
right? So now, for example, you are a just give me a business, bro.
Let's say I am
B2B.
I am selling, because it's a B2B, let's say I'm selling screws, a particular screw, but to the top knot finish, best in class, and it will be direct to the business who want them. How would you go with that?
Yeah. See now, when you told me only, you defined your product with these four things:
Mhm.
top-notch quality, and what you said?
Direct to the business who needs them. No,
Yeah, direct to the
no
business.
middlemen, no middlemen fluff.
Yeah, no middleman, right? So now you know your target audience. You know that it is directly to the business. So now you find out that what is their pain point.
Mm-hmm.
Now you said that you want to sell it directly to the business people,
Mm-hmm.
the decision makers. Now you have to think what is their pain point. Are they finding it difficult to fix vendors? Are they finding difficult to fix vendors because of the pricing? Are they finding it difficult to fix vendors because of the quality? Okay, or the logistics? So now imagine you have found out their pain point is the logistics, their pain point is the pricing, their pain point is about what else? I said quality, right?
Quality. Yeah.
Now you will talk about the same thing for the entire year. So now when
Mm.
a person comes, an MD person comes who is looking to buy this product from you, he comes on your page randomly. Somehow he
Got it.
steps on any of your content.
Got it.
He is getting exactly what he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
He's not getting any random stuff.
Got it. So
That MD
address
doesn't
the
want
pain
that
point.
MD does not want to see your work culture.
Mm. Yeah.
He wants answers, exact answers.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Right? So for
Yeah.
that, it again starts from the funnel itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told you, there are three kinds of audiences in the business again. People who don't know anything about you.
Mm-hmm.
Second is people who know about you, but they have very specific questions because they are inquiring everywhere else.
Yeah.
They have a lot of options there.
Mm.
Third, who are ready to buy. Now imagine if I create content, if I only create content about my offers, I'm losing the first audience,
True.
right? If I'm saying
Yeah.
that okay, I'm having so many things and all, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Got it.
Then these first people, they don't know what is he talking about, what is he talking about, why is he talking about the pricing strategy. I don't know him also,
Fair. Fair. Fair.
right? So I have to create separate content strategy for the people who do not know me,
Mm-hmm.
people who know a little bit about me, okay, about my company, what they do and all, and the
Yeah.
people who are ready to buy from me.
Fair.
If you see any kind of business, they do that only.
Fair. Fair. So, summarizing whatever you just said. So, first of all, set up a proper content strategy and a marketing strategy. Have clear messaging in terms of what they really want and what their Instagram or Facebook or any social media wants to wants others to know about them.
Yeah,
Then set up the pillars and get to know what are the key points of them
yeah,
and
and mainly
discuss
one
it.
more thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off, but one thing mainly is understand where are they.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a founder might not meet you on Instagram.
Fair.
He might be searching on Google.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have to make your blogs, you have to make your content on your website top notch so that Google ranks you there.
Oh, so you know where you can reach the your exact target customer rather than going everywhere. So
Yeah. Now
rather,
imagine, now you or Leah are my target customer, and I'm creating content on Instagram also, very good content.
yeah.
Okay. And but now when you come, now when you're looking for a vendor, you have closed with a vendor. Okay. You said, like you said about stores. Where are you going first? You're going to Google.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I need to be present there also. I need to be present here. One
Fair,
more thing,
fair.
and please make a note of this. Whether you're a B2B, whether you're a B2C, be in front of your audience.
Hmm.
Be in front of your audience.
Fair.
Okay. They need to know, like for example, every day now, for example, upskill only, we are there every day in front of them. So next time when they need a course, they will think of us.
Yes. Yes.
At least that thought will come into their mind. Similarly, I had a B2B client wherein they used to sell raincoats, they should sell all these things
Hmm.
on wholesale, right? So here they started creating content like very raw content because their audience was that the
Hmm.
people who used to sell in wholesale and all.
Yeah.
So their audience was that, and they had just come into the market, and they kept creating content like every day, and
Hmm.
their sales went up because they were continuously on that in front of, like I was opening Instagram and they were there.
Yeah. Cool. To just show up, irrespective of the
Yeah,
thing,
just
just
be in
show
front.
up in front of them.
Yeah, just be in front of your customers because they have a lot of options right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're there in front of them, at least they know you.
Yeah.
Now, for example, now in this month, I have put a campaign for my company,
Hmm.
and we do not expect any leads. We do not expect any sales. We have just put money there. जितने लोगों को देखना है देखो.
Okay.
Now what happens
Got it.
with this is we do this for 2 months. Third month, if we run a sales campaign,
Hmm.
now we are not unknown to them.
Yeah. Got it.
Getting
Got
it?
it.
No, we are not
Yeah.
unknown to
Yeah.
them. They know me now. They know upskill. They've
Yeah.
been seeing me again and again.
Hmm.
You're seeing the same thing with
Yeah. Yeah.
AstroTalk.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
seeing the
Yeah.
same thing with Zomato,
Yep.
right?
I was
Along
just
all
gonna.
things.
I was just going to say that the tools I think so have become so good nowadays that even if I search something on Google, The next moment I can see the ads on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, and it's something like I won't buy it. They know that like you said, you have to just show up. Like I was searching for this happened to me. I was searching for sneakers or something, and on the Google, and I could see that okay, the pricing is a bit issue for me, and okay, but it started popping up every time on my feed in Instagram and everything. So somewhere back in the mind I'm like, okay, this company is popping so much, so it should be good. So why not, when I have the budget for it, let's go for it. So that's
Exactly. You
that's the
literally
mindset
proved.
that's the
Yeah, you
mindset you're
proved my
trying to.
point.
So fair, I could get that, and I could relate
And
to it much. Yeah.
when you talk about a B2B brand, it's never low ticket.
Hmm.
Most of the times it's high ticket,
Fair.
right? And when it's high ticket, you need to earn that trust.
Yeah.
So now, for example, let me give you a proper content strategy for B2B.
Hmm.
Let me get you the answer. Okay. So now you need trust.
Hmm.
Okay. You need to get them aware about you. Okay. You need to uh, answer their questions. So the first thing that I would do as a B2B brand is put on my testimonials, put on my reviews. If I'm a software product,
Yeah.
what has been the experience of other businesses who have taken that software from me.
Fair. Yeah. To
Yeah.
build the trust. Yeah.
Yeah. Second thing is, if I'm selling again a software, okay, how easy is the onboarding process?
Hmm.
Understanding,
Right.
no? How
Yeah.
easy
Yeah.
it is to work with us, right? Again, it comes up to experience only.
Yep.
Then justifying your prices.
Pricing strategy.
Yeah, justifying your pricing strategies, like subtly. Like, why are you a high ticket and
Hmm.
why are people buying from you?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that USP that is there in you, which is not replaceable, like which is not re- there in your competitors?
Yeah.
Okay. Next thing is your credibility.
Hmm.
How long have you been in the market? What is
Yeah.
going on with the company? Okay. If you see all the B2B companies, they're always talking about these things only. The thing that you mentioned also, Voodoo also, right?
Yeah.
You see,
Would.
always they're on customer experience.
Yes. Yes.
They're always into that because
Agreed.
it's a high ticket thing, right?
Yeah.
So always the trust is a big factor.
Yeah. Understand. I hope Rakshita got her answer, but this took me to a very uh, curious thing. When you were saying tickets, high ticket, low ticket, and it's something I've heard earlier, but I'm not really sure what it really means today. Like uh, uh, a good business company who is ready to pay a lot for marketing is a high ticket
No, no,
company
no. I'm
or
talking
something.
about the
Or
product.
when you say ticket, what is it?
I'm talking about the product. Like for example, uh, you are selling a flat. That's high ticket, right?
Mhm.
You are selling a T-shirt. That's low ticket currently.
Okay, so the in
In
terms of
comparison.
pricing, so you can relate the ticket to the pricing. That how
Yeah,
high
because
is it? How low is it?
at the end, like for example, you gave me a sentence there that when I have the budget for that, I will buy it.
Cool, got it.
Right? But now
Yeah,
why have you kept that in your mind? Because you trust that brand.
yeah.
Okay. Imagine if you did not have any information about that. Imagine if you did not have that much trust in that brand. Would you have that aspiration in your mind that अरे मेरे पास अभी अगर पैसा आया तो मैं ये
Hmm.
खरीदने वाला हूँ?
Yeah,
No, no. Now, for example,
yeah, yeah,
this umbrella light, the softbox only.
yeah.
Okay, it's of Digitech. Okay, I had Godox, I had Digitech, and
Hmm.
it's a very high ticket because almost 20,000 तो जाता है इसमें,
Yeah,
right?
true.
But now for me to trust Digitech, they had to come in front of me a lot of times. They had to
Hmm.
earn my trust, and then only when I had the budget to buy Digitech, buy a softbox, I chose Digitech.
Yeah.
It was not of that moment. It was of, a what to say,
Over
aggregation of
time.
lots of
Yeah,
experiences.
yeah. Like I said, for me also the sneaker thing was like it used to pop up so much that I bookmarked the URLs for these. That when I have it, I will get onto these websites and I'll buy it. So
And also,
that's
it's
how I
not only
do it.
about the frequency of how many times they show up,
Hmm.
it's how they show up.
Yeah. The content also matters.
Yeah,
The
it's
way
the
of
content
content.
matters. No, the way they are speaking to you.
Yeah.
Now, if you see brands, whether it is a B2B or whether it is a B2C, they're speaking to you like how I and you are speaking.
Hmm.
Because people are tired of the monologue, the monotonous ads. Ki come and buy from us. We're
Yeah.
having this offer.
Yeah.
Even something like a sale also on Amazon or Flipkart.
Yeah.
They're trying to do it as creatively as possible, as normal as possible, because that is
Mm-hmm.
how people are listening to brands right now. Now,
Yeah.
for example, on this live, imagine you start, matlab, if I start pitching about Upskill Digital Academy, that this is our course, this is our fees.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the viewership decrease in the live.
Yeah. Yeah.
People are very irritated about,
Selling it as an
being
ad.
shown ads,
Yeah.
selling to them directly.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand.
Understanding, no?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's very important.
Mm-hmm. You brought a really good point that sounding like an ad makes it irritable, but when you're giving them the experience of this is our product and how it is, the narrative completely changes. I feel you're giving them the experience that this is how it could be. It's different than actually like this is the product, this is the price, take it from us.
See this one.
That makes
Look
a
at
lot of
this.
difference.
Look at credit ads.
Yeah, I was going to come there. Which brands, according to you, do a very good style of marketing, and which are not that good but are slowly picking it up? One best example, which even I had, was Cred. Cred does a very good ad or marketing. I could say that the way they try to integrate it, even if it's not there, that itself brings them the eyes to the brand, I feel. So what do you think, which brands right now are doing good or not? I don't want to say bad marketing, because no, I feel marketing is never bad. It gets some or the other audience in a good or a bad way, but I would say can become good over the time.
Okay. One thing that I would say is the one brand that has, now when we talk about marketing, since it is marketing, it is, we cannot just say we can just go to digital marketing or the traditional
Yeah,
marketing
yeah,
or offline marketing. It has to go hand in hand.
yeah.
So when we talk about metrics and we talk about those kind of things, you'll always see Zomato having a very balanced
Yes.
approach. You see, their riders and all, they have a very,
Yeah, yeah.
quirky, eye-catching
Themes
copy
and
behind
everything.
them.
Yes, yes.
And if you see, they were the first, they were the one of the first people who started talking to people very organically. They started creating, literally, they used to Photoshop a gulab jamun
Yeah, I've seen the
biryani,
hoardings. Yeah, yeah, I've
with a
seen the
biryani.
hoardings and posters and everything. Not just like you said, when we talk about this, it's not digital every time. It's not just that it comes on Instagram or Facebook. It's more like a physical thing as well, where they're putting up the hoardings, the jackets that Zomato guys wear, or the pamphlets or anything. So yeah, Zomato is one of the company, I would say, that's really doing good.
Yeah, it has always been doing good at any kind of thing, whether it is AI or anything. They have always
Mm,
been on point, on their
yeah.
toes. The second one is, I would not say a particular company, but I am currently liking the ads that Tanmay Bhatt is creating.
The
I don't know
Moonshot
if you have
Media.
seen them.
Yeah, yeah. His company Moonshot Media, right? The credit
Yeah, yeah.
ads and everything. I know.
Like, I don't, I cannot give you specific, like, I cannot even count them on my fingers. That many ads I've liked out of
Yeah, yeah,
them,
yeah, yeah.
whether it has
They
been the
do a very good
runnings.
job.
Because, see, at the end, you want to get as many eyes as possible, right?
Yeah,
Marketing is
true.
about that. Imagine they made, uh, you know, the Ranveer Singh's product,
Bold care.
Johnny Sins.
Yeah, yeah. The bold care ad.
Imagine the
Oh
audacity to
man.
get the whole world watching that.
And it was viral. I mean, I have seen the ad at least for 3 to 4 days being viral on all the Instagram pages. Like they
Hmm.
were continuously popping it up in the stories, in the normal feed. But and that's a very good marketing, I feel. Like
And
you
that's
do it
what
once,
we
but
are
it's
talking about
repeated.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're talking about it after so many months. That makes it about.
true, true, true.
Yeah.
I mean, Tanmay Bhatt is a real genius in content space. I feel he has done a lot, not just
Again, you see,
writing but
that comes again
marketing,
back to
everything.
curiosity.
Yeah, true,
He has been applying his skill into writing. He's been applying his skill
true.
into video creation. He's been applying it into self content creation. Those experiences come into this one ad.
So true.
He exactly knows the nerve of the audience now.
I mean, I can hear him like a TED talk for more, like hours and hours now.
The one thing that I don't like in ads is
Hmm.
mm, bad marketing
Not
is
bad.
not
I
good. And
feel that's what I said.
see,
There is
I tell you,
nothing
it's very
bad.
funny. It's very funny if if I have got that ad,
Mm-hmm.
that ad has reached to me, and if I watch the ad, that means the company has done good marketing. I have got it
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But when it comes to a creative way, there are some ads that I really don't like. I'm not liking where the ads where they're forcing influencers.
Yes.
Are you relating to me?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I mean,
seen.
at a point of time, we were like, okay, arey, this influencer's come in this ad, very nice. But
Mm-hmm.
now it's become too
Every
forced.
influencer is in that.
It has become too forced. Like, I
Yeah.
don't mind getting all the influencers in one, but it is becoming too forced.
Fair, fair. I think so.
Okay, it is becoming
Unacademy
too
is
forced.
somewhere doing that where it tries to get as many influencers into the video or into the ad where
Yeah.
everyone's promoting and promoting just in an academy, an academy. So I
Yeah,
feel
for
that
example, I
happens.
used to love Mama's. Like
Yeah,
I still love them because what they used to use an influencer and marketing uh, approach like the influencer is showing you how to do skincare.
yeah,
So you're actually very invested into that.
mm-hmm.
But now it's just all over the place.
Yeah. I think so.
It's not relating to
Mama.
the audience. It's not, you know,
Mm-hmm.
every like especially these, especially like one thing I would not like to take a very I don't know if you can take the names or what. I don't want to take name, but you will understand this, okay?
Yeah,
Almost if you see in every fitness video, there's a
yeah,
box coming from a gym bag and it's of the same brand.
yeah. I know, I know.
You know what the brand is,
Happens.
okay?
Yeah, yeah. I know.
Okay. Now, whether that person is, and everybody is inspired from that influencer. Like you've seen his journey, or this person is a new person. That
Mhm.
brand is there only. So it's
Yeah,
good from their side that it is getting as many eyes possible. But
yeah.
it is kind of getting irritated. Like I'm getting on a personal
People.
level, I'm getting irritated.
Yeah, yeah. Happens.
But
Happens.
also, I feel that is kind of the best marketing.
Irritating people
You
to
irritate
look
a
at it.
person's when a person irritates you and blocks you, that is where you know that you have done your marketing right.
I feel Mamaearth also at the end was in that verge where every other influencer was doing Mamaearth. It
Yeah, but that
started
is
with a
good
very small
because
group, but
yeah,
then grew up to a very big group of influencers for marketing on their end. So that was I mean, I've personally, again, that's a personal thing that Mama. I was seeing Mamaearth on most of the content creators' feed.
yeah, exactly. So, uh, but it was very organic. So I don't. So basically, if you don't like, if you ask me what kind of ads I don't like ads that look very forced.
Yeah. I mean, in
No,
between the content, like you're enjoying a proper content, or you're just you're in the zone of
yeah,
learning or
yeah, yeah.
anything, and then they throw you with an ad that this is.
Yeah,
Sometimes
that is still
happens.
good. Yeah, that is still good. But if there is a person who is, I can understand that that person is not selling the
Yeah,
product
yeah.
properly in that ad. It irritates me a lot.
That fair enough. Fair enough. Again,
Like
that's a
imagine
very
me selling. Uh, right now, I'm very bad with my diet, so me selling a diet plan.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, you are telling about a creator who doesn't follow it, but still tries to market you that or
Yeah,
sells you that. So yeah,
yeah, yeah.
fair,
And it is
fair.
like most of these betting apps and only mostly.
I was going to say that many creators or even digitally, many
Even the
ads come up.
celebrities also.
Yeah, they do that.
We
I
used
mean,
to talk about tobacco ads and all, but now it's a new thing now where
women.
we're
Yeah,
promoting these betting apps and all.
yeah, yeah. I understand. I've
That's,
hmm. So these were some of the. I mean, again, like you said, Zomato, Mamaearth. Zomato is still doing a very great job with marketing them, and not just digital but on ground as well. They do a very good job. But this brings me to what we you said that AI has grown so much in today's world, and you in the upskill academy were the first people in North Karnataka side to add AI in their curriculum. So, how does AI affect the marketing world today? How good or bad? Because I know there are tools for marketing like Meta ads, Google ads, and everything. How did AI affect that, or how did these companies that I said have enhanced their tools in such a way that you don't have to specifically do it now? It
Okay.
most gets automated because AI is internally automating most of the stuff. So what is it doing in that way that it's helping you or not helping you? Maybe you can
Okay, I'll
share
give
some
you a
light.
technical answer for this first, and then we'll talk into layman terms. Okay.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
So, like for example, Meta ads. Meta ads is a platform wherein you put one ad and it goes to all the people who you want to target.
Yeah.
Correct? You want to
Yeah.
target, and it goes to all the places: Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, whatever Meta wants.
Hmm.
So slowly, first there was an option wherein we had to target it manually.
Okay.
Like, I want to only target people who are sneakers heads.
Hmm.
I only want people to target people who like shoes, who like a particular kind of shoes.
Got it.
Now you won't believe it, buddy. It's you just add the creative,
Hmm.
okay, and there is something called as Advantage Plus. It's not completely AI.
Hmm.
You just mention the location where you want to target,
Yeah.
and if you go according to that, it will see your previous data. Okay.
Mm.
Now, I don't know if it's true or no, but they say that Meta can analyze your creative.
Hmm.
Meta can analyze your creative,
Got it.
and it will go to that audience that this creative relates to.
Okay. So being very relatable in terms of the
No, no, no.
content
Like
or
for
the.
example, being relatable is okay, but now you see, I had to specify an audience.
Hmm.
I had to specify an audience. I had to understand my audience ki okay, isko target karna hai. I have to
Yeah.
target directors. I have to target these people and all. But now
Mhm.
the Meta ad platform can analyze your, you can say caption. It can analyze your image,
Mhm.
and it can decide that okay, I am going to send this to people who are directors.
Oh, okay. That way.
So
Got it. Got it.
imagine, yeah. So the advantage of this is become that even a normal shopkeeper can run a Meta ad now,
Hmm.
because first it had so many settings even to run a very basic ad.
Got it.
There are still many, there are still a lot of depth into Meta ads, but now even a small shopkeeper, even a small business seller,
Hmm.
a person who is just creating jewelry at home, a
Yeah.
person who is creating art and craft, even they can run the ads
Fair. Fair.
because of AI. That technicality has been reduced.
Good.
Understanding, no?
Yeah. 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 I
And
mean.
second thing is,
Mhm.
as a creative person now. Now I talked about the technical person. Now the creative person. Now, for example, you are starting a brand, okay,
Yeah.
and now you do not have, like for example, you have like some friend of yours has a makeup studio,
Hmm.
okay, and he or she basically you know they don't have the resources of getting a good lighting.
Hmm.
They don't have the good resources of getting like good models and all,
Yeah.
but they want to start. Now to start, they need an Instagram page,
Hmm.
or
Yeah.
else even if to put an offer also, they need a model's photo. So before it is to be, you go on Google, you go to free pick, you go to these things and all,
Yeah.
and you can see the same repeatable images, the same low quality images. Now, I as a person who wants to start my own makeup artist business, I have access to
Yeah. Yeah.
Sora.
Yeah.
If you see this weekend, Sora made it free for everybody.
Did it?
Yeah, I
I'm
had
not.
got a notification, I don't know, but I have
Okay.
this, I have the access for high quality images.
Okay.
Okay, now I can just take that image and put it into Canva,
Hmm.
get a template and done. And
Yeah.
now you see Canva also is filled with completely AI.
AI. Yeah. The magic AI that they
So
have
now
built.
you tell me you are somebody who does not know anything about digital marketing,
Hmm.
but you have started your, parlor, or you've started your makeup thing.
Yeah.
Okay, you're a makeup artist. How easy has AI made your business now?
So true. So true. As a creator, also, a lot of things have been made easy by AI. And as you said, ease of use, making it easy for everyone to use, and in many different aspects. As a creator, as well as for you as a marketer, it must be a lot of things where
It is a
it
lot.
is
It is a
helped.
lot, really.
Yeah.
Because before, I'll tell you, I heard it from my partner only.
Mm-hmm.
Because I told that marketing used to be about, like, marketing is different for different businesses.
Yeah.
So and he's into SEO. So it is
Got it.
mostly about writing blogs and all. So he can get any kind of business. Like for example, he can get a very you can a technical business where they produce lathe machines.
Yeah.
Now you don't know anything about a lathe machine. So what was your go-to thing? Go to Google and read Wikipedia, read this, read that, and all.
Yeah.
So you have spent almost a week reading. Now the next week is summarizing that and validating it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can go and write your blogs.
Got it.
But now that entire 2 weeks is cut down into 2 minutes
That's a very
because
big
you have
change, I
got
feel.
all your information. Even now, also, if you want to read, you do not have the tediousness of visiting different websites and seeing which is genuine, which is not genuine. Okay, this is right, this is wrong, this is wrong. Everything is coming to you at one place,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to just read, make a decision, and write your blogs.
So
Even
true.
if I give you to write a blog right now on something like an aerospace manufacturing industry, you will write it. You
Yeah,
need two
yeah.
days.
It's fair.
But
I
was
mean,
this
AI
possible
has
before?
made, yeah, I can say AI has made that thing a lot easier in terms of writing or getting new ideas or anything.
Yeah. So something that I want to make a statement here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can add this in your content also because I want this to be pinned in everybody's mind.
Yeah.
Use AI as your personal assistant. Use AI as your intern that is who works for you for free.
Yeah.
You are the creative mind. The intern is executing the tasks.
True. True.
Like for example, if you were scripting this video right now, you would tell your intern that see this is the vibe that I want to set. Please give me a question that I can ask Nitish.
Mm-hmm.
But the creative mind is that
Yeah.
that is what AI should be, and that is how you'll be irreplaceable.
That's true. That's true. People get a lot scared that it'll replace us and everything. But again, the prompt giver, the one who provides it the data and the whole thing is you. So how well you do it, it's going to help you back in that way, I
Yeah,
feel.
for
So
example, if I write a caption right now and you write a caption about the same thing, it will
mhm.
be obviously subjectively different,
Yeah.
right? So there is where and you see now AI is getting a lot of personality, it's understanding our personality also.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, I have seen people use it like a therapist, which I don't
Oh,
really want people to do it because it's
it's
completely messed up in that sort. You can get a philosophical answer from it, but you can't ask him to solve your midlife crisis, guys. So
it's
please.
very scary. It's very scary because
Hmm.
he or she whatever it is
It
that
it's it,
people are
not
talking
he or
about.
she. Yeah.
Okay, uh, you know,
Yeah.
and you won't believe it. That like the reason why I told this is because there was a friend of mine, and he literally addressed ChatGPT as she.
Yeah.
So people have started using AI like how you use electricity.
Hmm.
We were so scared that whether people will adapt to AI and all. But look
Yeah.
at how we use AI now. We use AI
True.
like it is some form of electricity right
So
now,
true.
some kind of basic necessity that we have right now every day.
So true. So true. I mean,
Imagine telling people to buy the advanced plan when it
yeah.
came, versus asking people to buy an advanced plan now. If you ask them to buy an advanced plan now, imagine ChatGPT just gives a discount on the advanced plan. People will just rush into it.
Yeah. I
They
mean,
have
that
got
way they are too good at what they do.
they have got blind faith into whatever it is here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So my friend Sohan is asking in the chat, are there any digital marketing tools which are free? Uh, and how do we evaluate digital marketing results? Like if a company that he's hired for digital marketing, uh, on what metrics do you really evaluate the performance of the agency as well as how good uh, the metrics or the return is for him?
Correct. I
So
understood. I understood. Okay. So let us break this question. First of all,
free
every digital
tools.
marketing is free. Every digital marketing tool is free for you to practice. For
Okay.
example, the Facebook ad manager is there. They do not charge you to create a campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're
Fair.
only paying when you publish the ad.
Mm-hmm.
So you can create as many dummy campaigns as possible.
Okay.
I learned it that way. I used to create a lot of dummy campaigns. Okay, today let me do it for a t-shirt brand.
Yeah.
So what would this t-shirt brand require? Now, the word require, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The word require is very important in digital marketing. There is something called as KPI.
Yeah. Key
This
performance
answers your second
index.
question. Okay, KPI, key performance indicators.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for example, let me give you an example. Now, Sohan, right?
Yeah.
Sohan is my digital marketer. He has just joined, and he says I'm good at Facebook ads, and he runs an ad, and it gets a million views.
Mm-hmm.
But then he comes and says, "Hey, sir, look, your ad has got a million views." And I tell him that was not my goal.
Mm-hmm.
My goal was to get me leads. How many leads did you get? No, sir, I did not get you leads, but I got you views.
Yeah.
So it is first to understand what is the business goal.
Yeah. Got it.
Now, if my business goal is to get more leads, so you have to think about tools that will get you that result.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding?
Fair.
Will you run a Google ad campaign? Second thing. Now, there are some tools like SEO
Mm-hmm.
that take literally 6 months to get you results.
Mm.
Whereas a Facebook ad, you run the ad today, you will get a result tomorrow.
Fair.
So
Fair.
now what interns or everybody do mistake is they don't ask questions. They
Mm-hmm.
directly go into the work.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, now they be like, sir, we have started social media marketing. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now your client is not aware of what is social media marketing. At the end of the month, he's like, what are your results? How
Mm-hmm.
many inquiries did we get? You be like, sir, it has just started. It takes some time to, settle and then you get leads. He's like, but
Yeah.
I had just 1 month for marketing.
Yeah.
So now see, you have given your best.
True.
You have got the best result on it, but it
True.
did not match with the client's requirement.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why I said the first thing that I teach my students is understanding the business, because in this you ask questions like, for example, what is your goal, sir or
Mm-hmm.
ma'am? How much time? What is your timeline? That means how much time are you expecting results? If
Okay.
he says 6 months, I'll go for SEO. If he says 1 month, I'll go for ads.
Hmm. Fair. Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now he asked a question that how do you track these things? So these are the KPIs. Okay. Now, for example, if he is looking just for awareness, I will see how many people have seen this ad actually.
Hmm.
Okay. If he's looking for sales, okay,
Yep.
I will see that, okay, I've run this ad. How many leads did I get?
Hmm.
Out of those leads, how many are good leads and how many are bad leads? You might get 100 leads, but उसमें से एक भी अगर अच्छा lead नहीं है, what is
What's
the
the
use?
true? True.
Like a high quality lead might be somebody who is right now looking to buy a course from you, and he is actually, he will actually,
Mm-hmm.
communicate with you and all. You might have 100 phone numbers, or those 100 phone numbers have just, filled the form for time pass.
True.
So a marketer is not somebody who works with tools. Now he has to figure out that, okay, I'm putting this form. Let me ask such questions that are very uncomfortable. Like, for example, are you available for a demo class this week?
Mm-hmm.
So immediately when that person says no, you know that this person is not serious.
True.
Okay.
Got it.
Do
Got
you
it.
have a budget of 15 lakhs for a flat?
Mm-hmm.
When the person sees that question itself, he'll fit, like he'll get off the form.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding? No? So
Got it. Got it.
always ask your client, ask your manager, what are the KPIs that the client is looking for?
Mm-hmm.
Key performance indicators.
Fair.
So then whatever efforts you do, you will always go to according to that.
Fair. So.
For example, now at Upskill, we are looking for followers.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what we are doing? Like I told you, first of all, we are running the ad blindly. Well, not blindly, but we're just not expecting anything.
Strategically, yeah.
We're not expecting anything. Second thing is, we are collaborating with local pages, but now we are not telling them to sell a course.
Mm-hmm.
We're telling them give us a shout out to followers. Why?
Fair.
Because we're building an audience. So
Fair.
now imagine Sohan is my digital marketer and he has done this.
Mm-hmm.
So what will I track his success with? Okay, I was at 100 followers.
How much followers did I gain?
After this campaign, how many followers did I get?
Fair enough. Yeah.
Does
So
it make sense, Sohan?
yeah, I he has a following question, but before that, I would like to summarize few things. So, according to you, it's better to have ask questions before
Yeah, yeah.
getting into
It is not.
actually
It is
running
not
them.
better. It's not better. It's very
It's
important.
always the first thing to do, but first set the proper goals from the client, then select the tools according to that. You can't go blindly with all the tools. So for
Yeah, for
or based
example.
on that, select the tools, and then run the campaign, and then get the metrics, and then calculate what really works for you.
Yeah,
So
exactly. For
like you
example,
said.
let me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let me some like let me add something here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for example, you have thought, like, for example, the questions that you can ask is, what are your business goals, sir? What is your budget, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Or ma'am? What is your timeline? Have you tried anything in the before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'll justify these 4 points.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I told you that business goal is very important because if you go for awareness and if you wanted sales,
Mm-hmm.
it's failed there itself.
Yeah.
Second thing, budget. Okay. Now, if he has a budget of 10,000,
Yeah.
hello? Yeah,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
he has a budget of 10,000, how can you hire a graphic designer? How can you
True.
hire a
True.
photographer?
So
Right?
everything should be done in that. Yeah.
Yeah, everything should be done, or you can tell him, sir, this is not going to be workable.
Yeah.
Understanding, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
if he increases the budget to 30,000, you know you
Mm-hmm.
can get a decent videographer at least.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a decent
Fair.
video editor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And if
That's
his
true.
if his goal was awareness and he doesn't have the budget for a video editor, now you know that now you don't want to take this client because at the end it is your failure.
Yeah.
Now if okay, now imagine if you don't ask this question. Okay, now the next thing is, sir, do you have your own graphic designer? Do you have your own video
In
editor,
house.
or should I,
Got it.
or would you work with our team here? So
Yeah.
now, if you do not ask this question and then afterwards you prepare a high quality videos and all, and then afterwards you'll be like, sir, okay, we have to hire a videographer, sir. I'm
Mm-hmm.
calling this influencer. This actually happened, There
Yeah.
was a brand, and one of my interns or my students, you can say, they did not ask this question that do you have a videographer or whatever it is, or what is your budget and all. So
Hmm.
what happened is they called this influencer from Hubli,
Okay.
and that influencer came, and this person thought that the owners would record her because that is what was communicated. Okay,
Okay.
and there was a lot of gap there.
Okay.
When that influencer came here, what happened is there was no videographer to shoot that.
Oh.
And he did
Okay.
not know about it.
Got it.
Understood, no?
Got it.
So now the problem that happened is that influencers come from so far. That is okay. The embarrassment is on a different level. But now you had planned something.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got an influencer. Now that is not going to be executed at anyhow. मतलब आप
Mm-hmm.
shoot करोगे. Like for example, if I am shooting that influencer, I have never got an iPhone in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a videographer shooting that content and me shooting that content.
There is a
जमीन
lot of
आसमान का फर्क
difference.
है ना?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So,
There will
but
be
at the end, the client will blame you.
you. Yeah.
उसके वजह से आपका नाम खराब होगा.
Fair. Fair.
That's what. Now imagine if you do not ask them that what is the timeline. Like I
Mm-hmm.
told you, again, वापस से everything goes into waste.
True.
Right? So all these things are very important,
Mm-hmm.
especially the budget.
Yeah. So setting
Because
up proper goals and budget to
yeah,
run these kind of things would make sense rather than directly diving into metrics.
yeah,
That's what Sohan actually asked next in the subsequent thing. That this gets me thinking whether we need to go for short term results with ads, or do we need to stick with brand value building, because clients always ask for quick success. Again, this should be a something that I think client should answer rather than as a marketer you should. But you can
also,
give an input, I feel, but you can't
yeah, yeah,
make the decision here.
yeah. Also, one more thing. See, since we both are from tier two cities, right? I think you're also into a tier two city, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So many, you cannot blame the business people for asking for quick success because most of them have seen marketing as मैं इतना पैसा डालूंगा इतना आ जाएगा जल्दी से,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So what I and my partner do is we always educate the client in the first meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Now SEO is such a technical thing,
Yeah.
ads is such a technical thing. So educate him with the process, and that is how you gain the trust. Once you educate them with the process की sir, ma'am, देखो अभी मैं ये ad run करने वाला, I'm going to build a funnel. Let us first get eyes. Let us get to know each other. मतलब let us get to know the public. हमारा target audience कौन है? How are people reacting to our content? All these things and all. And then we'll make a decision of that
Mm-hmm.
thing. Like
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
say a pilot run.
Yeah.
So now you have to explain the client that why this pilot run is important.
Fair.
So what I do is always, because I'm obviously taking their money and मतलब if I'm investing 10,000 into ads, they could have hired an employee also in that 10,000, correct? So I respect their money.
Yeah.
So what I do is I tell them to run a ad. Pilot run is because you put a minimal budget of 300 rupees for a day and see what results you get.
Mm.
So in 300 rupees, if I get some results, I know अगर मैं 500 रुपए डालूंगा तो और better results आएगा. That is when the client understands, okay, this is the process.
Yeah.
Understanding, no?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Second thing is don't overpromise. Never.
yeah.
Never overpromise to get the client. If the client is in, he'll really trust you, he'll get you all the things. Don't
Mm-hmm.
overpromise.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Okay?
Yeah. So basically, you educate them, then set the goals, then evaluate whatever the end metrics were, and then you try to pivot from there rather than
Yeah.
sticking to that. You slowly move rather
Yeah,
instead of
and don't
going
do
for.
anything blindly. You
Yeah, yeah.
educate them, you take the requirements, you present it to them that this is what we're going to get, this is the expected result that you can get.
Mm,
Whenever I present an ad, like whenever I run an ad,
mhm.
people create ad reports. I create an ad plan wherein I tell them, okay, this is the budget, like it's an Excel sheet. This is the budget that we are putting. This is the minimum that we can get reach. This is the maximum we can get reach. This is our goal. This is our target audience.
Yeah,
So after the ad is run, they cannot tell me that आपने ये मुझे बताया नहीं कि ऐसा होगा.
yeah.
Okay,
Fair.
because money is involved here, right?
Yeah, yeah. Got it.
So once that ad plan is approved, only then I go and publish the ad.
Fair.
Then
I
it
mean,
becomes very easy for me.
having a one-on-one syncs continuously with the client before adding up that money factor while
Because there
running
should be
it
nothing
makes.
random.
Yeah, true.
There should be nothing random. This is one thing mistake I had done when I started. I used
Hmm.
to just run ads.
Yeah,
Okay, but then afterwards I understood that okay, I am investing somebody's money. Let me make a plan and let me go according to that plan. So
fair.
whatever I write in that Excel sheet, there's nothing different that I do in the ad creative.
Fair
I give
enough.
them references. I give them the text that is going to go. Everything like the person knows mentally कि ऐसा ad जाने वाला है और ये ad इनको दिखने वाला है और ये locations पे जाने वाला है.
Yeah,
So now as a business owner, you are very secure. As a marketer, I'm very secure that my client knows what he can expect.
true. True. That makes sense. That makes sense. Rather than, like you said, never overpromise. And people just tend to overpromise when they are trying to get a new client, I feel. And
Yeah.
later, when they don't evaluate that and they don't get the required output, it's the blame and the embarrassment that they face. So this brings me to the question: how is the market for digital marketing? I
It's
would
very
I
good.
would like to divide it in two parts. How is the market for digital marketing as a whole, as just digital marketing, and then let's go towards marketing as a career or a profession. How is
Okay.
it? How do you look at it? Because I
Yeah.
feel you're there for quite some while now, and you know how it works. So I would like to know your perspective on this.
Yeah. Let me touch the job part first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I were a person right now who has completed his graduation or even PUC,
Mm-hmm.
the two fields that I would touch is data analytics or data science or digital marketing. Because in a world where jobs are being lost,
Yeah.
these are the few fields where jobs are being created.
Yeah.
I mean, you did not hear about a profession called as meme creator in the last year.
So true.
You never heard about meme agency.
Yeah. I
Imagine now meme
recently heard.
agencies are like they're literally, sitting on money right now.
So true, so true. I've heard
You never
agency
heard about,
recently. I hope people you have heard Scoop Whoop, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
it was
WLDD.
recently, yeah. See, recently it was taken over by WLDD, and when I researched about WLDD, it is a meme marketing agency which is trying to widen its audience
Yeah.
and it has acquired the company. Okay, you're working as a collaborator is something different, but when a meme marketing agency takes over a proper digital
It was a
agency,
media page.
yeah, it I was like shocked, man. Come on.
And they
It
have
was a
recently
really big
even
revelation.
acquired an AI studio, a very
Oh,
famous AI studio.
oh, I didn't know that. I have to
A
talk
big
to
shout
people.
out to my friends. They are my friends,
Yeah, yeah.
Ariyant, Jaydev, and Vivek.
Oh,
So
I have one
basically,
of my friend working there, so I was
yeah.
going to talk to him
So they
about this.
started, they are the people. Okay, let me tell you, they are the people behind the virality of Mirzapur.
Yeah,
They are
I
the
know.
people behind the virality of Family Man. All the things that you see viral, they are trying to get
I
it.
know.
Okay, they have got it. And so that was then. Okay, imagine what it is right now.
Yeah.
That is what I was saying, that there are jobs being created here.
Mm-hmm.
You do not have a digital PR manager here.
Yeah.
But now all the celebrities, everybody, like for example, you
So
see
true.
the person we were talking about, Tanmay Bhatt,
Yes.
he has a separate person just to
Manage him. Manage
manage
his
his mails
work.
and all of these things.
Yes. So true.
Okay, if you see his blogs and all, you can understand the ecosystem very well.
True.
You know, so
Mm-hmm.
it is very good for the job market because I'll tell you, we place students, no?
Mm-hmm.
Our students get placed within 1 month, bro.
Nice. I
One
mean,
month, bro. Imagine if we were right now, we completed BC and somebody told you that you can get placed in a very good company after 1 month.
there would be line
It will
against
be
that
like,
course.
oh my God. Because whether you do not like that field now, you can get into that company after 1 month, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Because there is so much of abundance and there is a very less, uh, what you say, supply of skilled people.
yeah.
You tell me how many people right now know to create a video on VN? Very
Not too many.
less.
Not many. Yeah.
How many people know? Uh, how many people know to create? Something like, how many people know AI generation right now?
Yeah.
Apart from Ghibli.
That's so true. Recent the trends are teaching them what to use and how to use rather than actually going up there and learning new things.
So there is a reel that I recently seen in a podcast. By the way, anybody who is interested in marketing, see this video on YouTube, Neuroscience of Marketing.
Hmm.
You will go crazy. Okay, they are going into the mind of marketing. Okay, so I seen this reel of Tanmay, but where he said is that if I had to hire a person, I would hire a person who has built his page from zero to 1,000 or 10,000 followers,
Yeah.
because he knows exactly how to build something rather than somebody who has studied marketing into college.
True.
So that is right now scarce. Even I'll tell you, even the people who we train here also know it. Everybody does not have that marketing sense.
Yeah.
The education system has spoiled us in such a way that there's going to be only one way, A to Z.
Mm-hmm.
It does not allow us to think in so many ways.
Yeah, I feel education system is more theoretical and bookish
Yeah,
rather than going more practical and
correct.
just doing hands on.
Yeah, so uh, yeah, so right now it's the best thing because they say, no, it's the best time to jump into the boat
Mm-hmm.
before the boat it is going to get saturated. Every field has to get saturated at some point of
True.
time. So I'm just telling people jump into the boat before that happens. Why?
True.
I'll tell you. Let me give you an example. Okay. Now, mechanical engineering as a field, the demand for mechanical engineering
Yeah.
in 2015, colleges were building a separate building for it,
Yeah. I've heard.
right? And now
Yeah.
you see, not to just offend anybody, but they are seeing it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That
I have friends
the
there.
intake of mechanical engineers in engineering colleges are becoming very less, at least in the
True.
local colleges, at least I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I recently seen that. Why?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the freshers are suffering a lot.
Mm-hmm.
A fresher from a two-tier college is suffering a lot to get that kind of a job.
Yeah.
Okay, I might be wrong. I'm sorry for everybody, but this is my personal experience that I've seen from my friends and all
Yeah.
who are switching to IT for a
Yeah.
particular
I have
reason.
seen that. It's same here. Even
Yes.
I have seen that. My
Yeah.
friends who have
But
studied mechanical are finding it hard to find a job in the same field.
yeah, but the point here that I'm trying to make is imagine the people who have built their experience already from 2010, 28 when it was into demand.
Yeah.
They are asking for any kind of amount and people are giving them.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because they have built their experience now.
So true.
Similar thing is going to happen with digital marketing.
Yeah.
If I have my, now for example, I am very secure because I have almost 10 years of experience now.
Mm-hmm.
Even if my business, like God forbid it goes, I can go into any company because I have that portfolio with me now.
Yeah.
But if the market gets saturated and if I was a fresher, I don't stand a chance anywhere.
Fair.
That's why I ask people to start digital marketing when they are in college because
Mm-hmm.
you have a lot of time to experiment.
True. True. True.
And when you finish college, you have a lot of responsibilities, you have a lot of overthinking and all. So
Mm.
the best time is to do it in college. You have your college events, you can create a video, you can market that fest, you can do a lot of things, you can come out, you can come out of your introvertness and you can,
Yeah.
talk to people, you can understand how to clients. You can work at an basically you can work at a company for free
True.
during your college.
Having the
And most
hands-on
of the company
experience.
owners who are doing good at marketing, they have worked for free as an interns in many companies, and they have understood the process, and now they are playing the game.
Yeah, yeah. Got it. Got it. So this, to sum it up, there is a big market for digital marketing
Yeah,
freelancers, I feel. But you have to be good at it. It's not just that you can do it, but you have to be really good at it also, I feel. You
yeah.
can't
Now,
just say
when it
that
comes to
it's
the
okay.
business part, okay, I talked about the job part, right? Now,
Yeah,
when it
yeah.
comes to the business part, uh, the bad thing right now is the difficult part is to gain trust because just type digital marketing agency on Instagram.
There are many.
Everybody is calling themselves a digital marketing agency.
True.
Everybody is calling them a social media marketer. Everybody who has an iPhone is calling them a social media marketer.
Mm-hmm.
They do not have, they might not have a technical knowledge, but everybody is calling them. So it has become very difficult for brands to trust who is credible, who is not credible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you have
Right?
to have
So
a good
now,
portfolio, I feel.
yeah, not a good portfolio, but uh, like you need to have, if you're a business, okay, you need to have campaigns that people are talking about.
Oh, okay.
Like for example, uh, if I would call an influencer here, if I was doing marketing for Upskill Digital Academy, okay, there
Yeah.
should be something to boast about it. This was the
Hmm.
condition of Upskill and this is where I took it.
Yeah.
You know,
Now
your
and
work
then
should
kind of
speak for
thing.
yourself. Before, how it was, you just go and meet somebody and you can impress them by your talks. But now everybody is saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Everybody is saying I
Uh,
can give you leads. Everybody is saying so. You give them your work. See, sir, this is the result that I provided.
mm-hmm.
Immediately the person will come and say. So now this can go in bad for you also and good for you because credibility is not there. But if your work is good enough, your work
They
speaks
will
for
hire you.
itself.
Yeah. Fair, fair.
I know a lot, Ray, because digital marketing में एक चीज है. The
Mm-hmm.
one thing good and bad about is it's like it's the same thing is that आपका यहाँ पे पूरा आपका बिजनेस जो है नाम के ऊपर चलता है.
True.
नाम और काम के ऊपर चलता है.
True.
अगर आपका काम अच्छा है आपका नाम बनेगा. अगर आपका काम थोड़ा सा भी हिल गया नाम खराब हो जाएगा immediately.
True.
Now my 10 years of my 8, 9, 10 years of experience, if I just do one bad experience with that client, that spreads in the entire Belgaum.
True. So true.
So
I
people
could say,
when they talk
uh,
about,
yeah, yeah.
you know, and one more thing I tell people is, okay, uh, whenever you, for example, whenever I've heard clients talk about a particular agency that they liked working
Mm.
with, they're always talking about what they're not like they're never talking about the tools that they use. They're not talking about the kind of quality, the camera that they use and all. If
Mm-hmm.
you have observed it, it's always about something very intangible. They're talking about the work ethic.
True.
They're talking about how much they loved like how much they loved working with that person, how much it made it easy for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if you are trying to build a business in digital marketing for now, work on these intangible things first.
True.
Then work like on the side, build results.
Fair enough. Fair enough. When you said
Understand?
the credibility part, the first example that I could think was Iman Ghazi. The
Yeah.
way he hyped up the social media marketing and later shut it down, the backlash that he got was very immense, I feel. I mean,
That is what is happening everywhere actually.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if people who don't know Iman Ghazi, just search him on YouTube and like a case study. There are many people talking about him, how he really was not doing any kind of marketing, just living up to his name and everything. So
And
a really
because
good
of
case
social
study.
media, it's become very easy to fool people now.
Yeah.
If you see now, you will see, and that is what I want to advise everybody. If you're looking at somebody, like if you like, I'm seeing a trend that they start creating these aesthetic videos of them building a startup, building a agency, and young minds are getting influenced by them
Yeah.
because they feel that, अरे this person is doing, but at the end वो company exist कर रहा ही नहीं उधर.
True. But I
Understood,
get,
no?
get it. Just trying to fake the presence, but not really being there.
They are मतलब they are delusional in their mind and they're creating more delusional minds.
Fair, 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 fair.
Understood,
So,
no? So please be careful of that. If you want to follow somebody, like for example, if you want to follow Bill Nitish, follow his content, see how he is doing it, follow him for a lot of weeks and all, and then you will get a judgment of whether
Mhm.
this person is actually building something
Mhm.
or he's just faking it.
Fair, fair.
Because of your delusional minds, he is able to gain a profit. He can get clients. He can say that, "Arey, see, I got so many followers and all. Let me take this brand and all."
True, true.
That is the toxic
Happens
thing
a
that's going on right now.
happens a lot. Quickly, few questions that I have. We can then wrap it up because
Yeah,
it's
yeah, please.
almost 1 hour. Sohan asks, are there any good books for digital marketing? But I would like to extend it not just for books, but any kind of content, maybe video, audio, books. Because one thing you mentioned was neuroscience of marketing. I think so. That's a TED talk. I was able to search quickly, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's
So
basically this Sid Warrior. I think I don't know how. I don't
okay,
know if you
yeah,
pronounce his
that
name.
guy. So the Tanmay
Yeah,
Bhatt neuroscience guy. So
yeah.
got
Again,
it.
you.
So I think so. I've seen that. So that's. But apart from that, what are a good content that you would
Okay,
suggest
I'll tell you.
just to
Okay,
get in?
how I learned marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is a very gold thing that has worked for me and built my life. Basically, in marketing
Yeah.
is I developed my marketing sense by, like, for example, if I write a copy,
Yeah.
I will ask myself whether I will like this or no as a customer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so similarly, there are these platforms like Facebook ad library. There are these platforms, or else basically your Instagram content also. If you're
Okay.
liking a content, ask yourself, what am I liking in this content? Write down it, journal it.
Mm-hmm.
So now next time when you're creating content, you know exactly what is going to hit the audience.
Fair.
Similarly, when you do not like a content, you're like, "ये क्या create किया है?" Note down why is that not working for you.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you are your best book, I'll tell you. Because you are at the end, you are also a customer. So when
Yeah.
you see an ad on, like for example, you see those betting ads,
Yeah.
try to analyze why is it working for them? Why are they spending so much of money? They are all over the place correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine Sohan, you analyzed and you came to a conclusion that why are they spending so much money on this?
Mm-hmm.
Now
Fair.
that is something that nobody can teach you.
Fair enough.
And imagine you telling that to a client. Sir, look at this. This is how this brand did. This is how this brand did. Now, whatever I talked in this podcast, everything because of that.
Yeah.
Understanding, no? Now, all my ads, all my marketing, all my strategies, all are based on just that one thing that whether this will work or no. And
Mm-hmm.
that judgment I get by, judging other ads that I see,
Fair.
by
Fair.
like by judging other content. Like, for example, the content that I create also, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate sitting at one place and creating right now. I mean, it might be fun for everybody else, but the kind of content. So my page was known as Marketing with Nitish first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I was a lot into marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So what I used to do, I used to be sitting at a cafe. I'm looking at Pepsi.
Got it.
Okay, and I remember a fact that Pepsi and Coke had this fight.
Mm-hmm.
I tell it, how did it impact marketing? Or else I'm just sitting here, I'm just sitting here and I'm, you know, uh, what else? Like I'm just sitting at a Like I'm sitting at a very local, where they sell chicken 65 and all these
Yeah.
things and
Yeah.
all. I'm
Yeah.
like, how
Got.
is this person like how is this person implementing marketing at his own? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like I open my camera, I just talk and go.
Fair.
So that worked for me because and I chose to do that kind of content because I like that kind of content.
Mm.
If I would have not journaled myself, then not. And that actually, like many people start liking it
Fair. Fair.
rather than the forced, like me following a script and then writing it and all, which
Mm-hmm.
is that also I do, but when it is a very technical concept,
Yeah.
So, to just summarize the answer in one word is in one line is keep seeing ads, keep seeing
Mm.
content, consume it, consume content, and retrospect. Why is
What's
this
good,
working?
not
Why
and
is
what's
this
bad.
not working?
Fair. But apart from these, like you said, any podcast or particularly book, because someone was asking if there is any book that you would like, you would have seen
If
people
anybody is
saying to.
interested, just ask them to DM me. I have a lot of I have a really huge list because I
Mm-hmm.
usually consume a lot of podcasts. I
Fair, fair.
write I read I've been into reading right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't just read marketing books. I
Mm-hmm.
read even UX books. user experience books because it helps me understand the person. I read a
The
lot of psychology books also. I consume a lot of I
content, yeah.
consume a lot of technical books also. Like currently I'm into data analytics also. So I'm
Oh, cool.
I'm understanding how does data analytics influence marketing.
Fair.
So just if anybody is interested, just DM me on
So,
Build with
guys, you can
Nitesh and I'll
DM
just send
him.
you.
So you can DM Build with Nitesh, and big shout out to Upskill Academy, Digital
Yes,
Academy.
exactly.
Whoever wants to learn hands-on experience for digital marketing, they can surely join. But Nitish, this was a really great experience, and I still have a lot of questions and a lot of things to learn and understand about the whole world of marketing and digital marketing.
Yeah,
So
just
maybe
one
we
thing
can
now.
get you. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Everybody, this is just going to be a reveal that we'll be having another podcast where this will
yeah,
be offline. Mostly,
sure, sure, sure.
I'll try to connect with him as much as possible if it's possible. I think you're in Bangalore, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'll be there next month, so surely we can plan
Mm.
something. But
Yes, perfect. Yeah.
thanks you everyone, and thank you Nitish specifically, because I am a very noob in this whole world of marketing and digital marketing. Like I said, I know the jargons because being there technically, but never got in-depth knowledge of it and how it works and everything. So you gave a very good understanding and the roadmap of how it's done and why it's done. But still there are many things, so surely we can catch up, and i can I can pick your brains then. But
Yeah,
apart
and
from
just
that,
one thing to
anything you
end this
have?
with,
Yeah.
just one thing to end this with, whatever you're trying to upskill yourself or whatever you're trying to learn yourself, learn in life right now, okay,
Hmm.
just give it a try. You know,
True.
give it a try. If you want to learn how to create videos or so, you just
Yeah.
start and you'll
Hmm.
figure it out on the way.
True.
Similarly, marketing also, just start with it. You'll understand which tools are free, which tools are good, which tool
Yeah.
suits
Yeah.
you. Like for example, I am not that much into SEO, but I like social media marketing and I like the Facebook ads. That suits me a lot, and
True.
I've been sticking with that. I like website development, but I like website development as a hobby. I don't take that many clients right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll understand that. So whatever it
Fair.
is, whether it is digital marketing, whether it's analytics, whether it is content creation, just start with it. You'll understand.
Sure. Sure. Sure.
Okay. And I urge everybody to start creating content, even if it is a private page,
Hmm.
where nobody's seeing you, just start creating content, start documenting your life or start
Yeah.
documenting your thoughts. You will understand a lot about yourself and you'll understand a lot about it's like a visual journal.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Many not. I've seen many content creators say that this as well, that it's a good way of making yourself open to the public and starting to getting the extroverted personality there, so that you're able to show yourself and show your skills. So again, I completely agree that people should start making content, if even if it's not for a large audience, but just as a digital journal. Yeah.
Yes, yes, exactly. Yeah, I really love this podcast and really love it.
Yeah. Sure, sure. We'll be doing one more where shortly, whenever there is time, but we
So,
can finalize that in some days. But thank you, guys. Thank you, Nitesh, again for being here, and
thank you, everybody.
hopefully meet you back.
Surely. Thank you, everybody. Okay, and do follow Build with Nitish. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm currently building my new mindset. I'm building health. I'm building fitness. I'm building an agency. I'm building my academy.
Hmm.
So I just want people, like-minded people, to join me in that.
Sure.
So please follow me there.
Shout
Okay.
out, guys. Do
Thank
follow
you.
Nitesh for all kinds of uh, lifestyle kind of content, and do ping him for all kinds of all your marketing questions.
Thank
But
you. Thank you
and
so much.
let's meet in the next life.
Yes. Yes.
Bye,
Thank you so much.
guys.
Bye bye.